Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Friday, September 23rd, and I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And of course, you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. And of course, if you'd like to connect to me directly, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information, and anything you need to do to contact me. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching this show online, hit that like button and hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And also, you can find Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify, so please go there and subscribe. Go to Spotify. Everybody go to Spotify right now while you're listening to the intro. Go to Spotify and subscribe to me there. You can also comment live during the show on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. The only way I know you're watching is if you say hi. If you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please also do that as well. Because if you like the Money Chat Now fan page, if you click the like button and like the fan page, you can still view the show when I'm in Facebook jail. And I have a funny feeling after today, I will be in Facebook jail. All right, so please also go to the Money Chat Now page and like that page. On today's show, we're going to be discussing, of course, the market recap. I'm going to say, mind your own business, Biden. We're also going to be talking about the Boeing lawsuit and also the queer force. Do you see where this is going? Oh, boy. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. And there you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, don't forget to share it. Real quick, I want to say hello to a bunch of people online who I expect to share it today. They should all be sharing it. So if I name your name, hit the share button. We got James coming in from YouTube. We got Charles. Share it, Charles. We got Linda, my wife. She always shares it. Thank you. We got Mark. I think he shares it all the time, too. We got Ken, the Democrat. Oh, Ken, the Democrat's going to have a fit today. We have Tommy. What's going on, man? Share it, please. And we've got Glenn, and we've got Tom and Deb. Everybody, please hit that share button. And, of course, Sandra, check it out, guys. You're gonna like it. So hit that share button. And don't forget to share it because it's great stuff. And actually, it's a lot of fun. And all you guys are there. Oh, Johnson 8 is here. That's really good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad that the ED medication is definitely here today for us. All right. Don't forget, share it. Let's talk about what's going on yesterday. So yesterday was kind of like subdued, terrible day. You know, not like the day before. Bond yields surged again yesterday with the yields on the 10 and the 2-year Treasury bonds notching fresh multi-year highs, hitting their highest levels since February 2011 and October 7th, respectively. This gain is terrible for investors. Why is it so terrible? Well, investors can get 3.75% yield for a 10-year bond at zero risk. Why would they put their money anywhere else? Okay, I know the answer. They're greedy and they feel they can do better in the stock market. However, what's going on in the stock market right now ain't so great. It's a big risk compared to guaranteed money. Luckily, most fund managers enjoy the fun of investing, or maybe they're simply addicts. So the stock market will continue to be a good place for money in the long term. Look, interest rates going in this direction and the risk of recession, maybe some money needs to go into bonds. Anyway, the Dow closed down about 107 points. The S&P went down 32, and the NASDAQ was down 153. The S&P is now officially below 3,800. If my dead theory zone holds, and by the way, if you don't know what the dead zone is, you really need to come to Investor Schooling and learn this stuff. But if it holds true, it should be the bottom of the cycle, and we should be returning to about 4,100 in the next 6 weeks. In fact, if the theory holds true, the Dow should return to 33,000 as well shortly. The investors will start buying again, probably next Monday or Tuesday, into earnings season, and that should be good. By the way, I do think the market's going to fall to 28,000 after the next earnings cycle, so watch it. The big winner came in yesterday from Eli Lilly and Company. The pharmaceutical stock climbed 4.9% after UBS upgraded Eli Lilly to buy from neutral. UBS said that Eli Lilly's new weight loss product could be the biggest drug ever. Weight loss drug? Forget my banana today. I'm having cake. I want that drug. All right, the builder stocks like Lennar and KB Homes also reported earnings. Strangely, Lennar did well in earnings, and the stock rose, but KB Homes dropped 5% on disappointing earnings. Another interesting one was Block. So Block, I don't know if you know what Block is. Block is the parent company of Square, which is a popular payment platform. The stock tumbled 5.9% after it was downgraded from the target price was slashed to 57 from 125, and basically they were saying that Block's Bitcoin focus is causing the company to lose focus on its main business. Yep, crypto is creeping into the profits of many companies right now. Personally, I wish it would just go away or just become what it's supposed to be, which is a replacement of fiat currency. Today will probably bring us more fear. This is a bad market, and it isn't about a bad market itself, but it's about the Fed scaring everyone on Wednesday. If Powell would just say something positive instead of being a robot, it's possible that Wall Street and Main Street might feel a little more comfortable and the pressure would stop. You know, guys like Powell and Biden are setting the stage for self-fulfilled prophecies. As long as the minds of the people have doom and gloom, the doom and gloom will come. So it's not just the stocks, not just the layoffs, not just the inflation that's the current problem. It's the attitude of the people who lead us. Just remember that this is coming, and that this year's it's going to be where it starts. This coming year is going to be where it starts. After that, we'll be in the midst of a recession to come. The good news is that during those times are when fortunes are made. Expect it to last 7 to 10 years, as the curve goes up, and whatever you're working on in the previous years will pay off big. Real estate that will be bought in the next 4 or 5 years will be at relatively bargain prices compared to today. Some companies will also be huge stock plays. Don't let the fear of the recession be what keeps you on the sidelines. Instead, embrace it and learn to take advantage of it. Hey, did I mention investor schooling? Go there so you can learn how to live long and prosper. All right, let's see what doom and gloom awaits us today. Let's take a quick look at the futures. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got the Dow down 360 points. We got the S&P down 40 or 50, I should say, and the NASDAQ down 165. Just lovely, just lovely. I'm just so excited to see this wonderful time. All right, let's see real quick. Anybody join us? I'm really hoping Jose joined us, but he's not here yet. We got Michael, we got Ken, we got Art, and we got my brother Seth. Thanks, Seth. We got James saying, hey, let's get back to the living zone. We got Sandra saying, hi, gluten-free cake. Good idea. And we got Mike, and thanks a lot for sharing it, Mike. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sharing it so much. All right, let's talk about Biden and trusts. Okay, this story will really make you laugh in irony. As you know, Boris Johnson, who used to be my favorite politician to make fun of, had resigned recently, and Liz Truss is now the Prime Minister of England. Truss has very different ideas and values than her predecessor. She is very conservative and she is pro-capitalism. Truss is also a big believer in what is known as trickle-down theory. For those of you who don't know what trickle-down theory is, or for those dumbocrats watching this show, trickle-down theory is the most logical financial theory ever thought of, and it simply says the obvious. If companies who hire people to work for them are doing well, they can afford to pay their employees more and hire more employees. Opponents to trickle-down theory just say it just treats those, rich, greedy business owners with privilege. Let me get this straight for those who still have rocks in their head. When large companies do well, the economy does well. Always and without fail. So that now that we have that straight, in an effort to help companies do well, conservative capital leaders often create tax breaks for companies. What does a tax break do exactly? Well, it creates and lets if a company pays less taxes, it can use that extra money to grow. When a business grows, what does that mean to the economy? Simply, it means that they will need more people to run the company. Many of the anti-capitalist leaders have destroyed more economies by increasing taxes on companies. It causes these companies to contract and then causes unemployment and dependency on the government for the citizens of the country. If you need a reference for how trickle-down theory really works and what happens when businesses close or contract, you only have to look back 2 years to see what happened during the scamdemic. When businesses were forced to close by the dictator leaders, millions sought unemployment. It was a handout from the government. If the businesses could do business, so the employees could not do business, I should say, so the employees will let go. That, my friend, is trickle-down theory as well. When businesses are hurting, the economy is also hurting. For those who are too young to remember, there was another great president of this country. It was Ronald Reagan, who in the 80s had the term Reaganomics used for his policies of boosting the economy and boosting the trickle down. He actually decided to give tax cuts and tax incentives to businesses to try to get us out of then what was one of the worst recessions ever. I was just out of high school when I learned of the idea of tax cuts and tax incentives when I applied for a sales job. The owner of the company said he was expanding his staff only because of a specific tax break given to companies who hired people during that time. If I remember correctly, for every dollar he paid to an employee, he got a tax break of 50 cents on every dollar. Now, don't quote me on that, but it was the impression he gave me. Now, getting back to England and the new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, Truss is a fan of Reaganomics and is a bigger fan of trickle-down theory. She is intending on giving tax breaks to large corporations to help restart the economy that is crashing over there. But wait, here's what this story is leading up to. Well, our sort of President Biden is mocking her on Twitter. He actually tweeted this as a response to her policies. I am sick and tired of trickle-down economics. It has never worked. We're building on an economy from the bottom and the middle up. That was his tweet. Clearly, he does not believe in trickle-down economics. He obviously believes in trickle-up economics. You know, he gets his 10% as the big guy. Hey, brain-dead Biden, do you know why the economy did so well before you wrecked it? It was because of the tax cuts that Trump implemented. When he lowered taxes, companies had incentives to hire more people and manufacture more goods here in the United States. You have effectively destroyed this economy with your middle-out economics. And by the way, what the heck is middle-out economics anyway? Oh, I know what it is. Is inflation middle-out economics? Because if that's all you have to give us so far, it's obvious that must be what it is. So Liz Truss, who plans to bring her economy back from the brink of liberal leaders of the past, is being schooled by Joe Biden. I wonder if she's even stopped laughing yet. Oh, by the way, Liz, I often teach people to do the exact opposite of what losers are doing. So whatever Biden does, do the opposite and your country will thrive. All right, let's take a break here. We'll see you in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on investor schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. If you'd like to connect with me personally as well, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you'll find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. I had quite a few people reach out to me in the last couple of weeks. Some people reached out to say hi. Some people reached out to send me text messages to say they love the show. And 1 or 2 people even made an appointment with me to sit down and talk to them about whatever it is they want to talk about. So that's contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. All right, let's take a quick look at the market real quick. Let me just see what's going on here. We got the Dow is down 400 points. I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to know. The Dow is down 400 points. The S&P is down 54, and the NASDAQ is down 181. It's going to be another crappy day. All right, so far we talked about, of course, minding your own business, Biden. Let Liz Truss do her own thing. She's going to save her country while you destroy ours. Coming up, we also have Boeing Lawsuit settled, and then we have the queer force. And of course, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you hit the like button? Did you hit that share button yet? Hey, leave me a comment and say hi. So if you're watching for the first time, say hi. Or if you're watching anyway, just say hi so I know you're there. And I'll please say hi. And I'll definitely say hi back if I can. And please share and like this as well. And don't forget, order my new book, Money Hacks. I got a lot of people coming up to me saying they're loving the book. They think it's great. They think it's the most comprehensive book on money they've ever read. And I actually have to agree with them. I know I wrote it, but it's actually really, really good. So take a couple of minutes and take a look and read that book. All right, real quick, couple of people saying hi. We've got Keith saying hi. We got Ken, the regular Ken. We got Tess, and we got it looks like James saying hi. All right, guys, I really appreciate you guys. Let's do it. And we got Mary saying hi. All right, guys. Let's talk about Boeing. So a few years back, there were a couple of plane crashes involving the Boeing 737 model plane. Look, accident investigators have blamed an automatic flight control system for sending two Boeing 737 MAX jets into fatal nosedives in late 2018 and early 2019. These crashes took 346 lives in total. The fact is that it was the same planes with the issues that brought Boeing into the spotlight for these crashes. So basically they were brought into, because these planes crashed, Boeing was brought into the spotlight. Well, Boeing was sued, of course. Insurance companies were paid out. And, it's a tragedy, of course. It's just terrible. But wait till you hear this part. I don't get this. The Securities and Exchange Commission, the people who regulate the rules of stocks, they're suing Boeing for false and misleading information stated after the crashes. The SEC enforces laws that require public companies like Boeing to disclose material facts and other information that shareholders need to make investment decisions. So the agency investigated how Boeing communicated with investors about the crashes and its response to the crashes. These crashes obviously had an effect on the value of the stock, and it wiped out billions of dollars of the company's market value. The SEC said that Boeing and Dennis Muhlenberg, Boeing's former CEO at the time, made misleading statements about the crash and the 737 MAX in November 2018, and after the first crash, and then he did it again in April 2019 after the second crash. So here's what he said. Muhlenberg assured the public that the 737 MAX is as safe as any airplane that has ever flown in the skies, according to an SEC settlement order. In the second case, according to the SEC, Mr. Muhlenberg told investigators and journalists after the April 2019 crash that there was no surprise or gap or unknown information that slipped through the 737 MAX certification process. So these are they're just reassuring statements made by a CEO of a company who was solely responsible for the loss of over 300 lives. I mean, it's simple statements with no real meat to them. I don't know. He's just trying to make people feel good. It wasn't like he goes, "Oh, this is, our numbers are this, and we did this," when they didn't happen. Anyway, well, the SEC feels that, and I quote, they could have been misleading. Now, don't get me wrong here. It's been proven that there was a software glitch, and that caused these planes to crash, and it is an absolute tragedy. I also believe the families and the deceased, deserve some serious compensation. But what does all this have to do with the SEC fine that goes to no one? I mean, no one. The families get nothing and the shareholders get nothing. Boeing decided actually to settle this for $200 million. They did it to admit no wrongdoing and just want to move on. By the way, the stock is now down to $138 a share, and it's one of the stocks I follow. I will tell you, if it falls below 120, jump all over it. In fact, usually when a stock settles a lawsuit, the stock starts to go back up. So watch for it. By the way, as for the 737, every time I get into a plane, I look at the emergency instructions card to see what plane I'm flying on. And when it's a 737, I actually do get nervous. All right, anybody else saying hi? We got Mary saying hi. You got Arch saying hi. Check this out, you guys. You're going to love this. All right, here we go. This is probably the last time I'm actually going to be online because I got a funny feeling Facebook and YouTube are going to shut me down for this. Let's talk about the Queer Force. After yesterday's report on the Air Force dropping all pronouns and teaching the cadets not to use words like mother, father, girlfriend, or boyfriend, I thought that would be the end of the stupidest thing this nation could do to destroy its military from the inside out. But I stand corrected. Check this out. But before I do, expect me to be thrown off YouTube for this report from what I found next. First of all, to take a step back, I learned a new word today. And what is this word? This word is cisgender. Yes, cisgender. CISGENDER. So what does this word mean? Well, according to Oxford Dictionary, it's defined as denoting or relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender corresponds with their birth sex. What the F is that? Seriously? Cisgender is a word? And not only a word, but it clearly is a synonym. Has a synonym. A synonym? You know what that synonym is? Normal! But wait, this report is about the Queer Force, the division of the military that flies planes. The Queer Force now has a program for only, wait for it, only non-cisgenders. So as long as you're not the sex you were born with, you can apply for this branch of service that I have endearingly named the Queer Force. Here is the announcement for those who qualify. No joke. This is right from the website. Now try not to get emotional as I read this. I'm really hoping Jose's on because he's going to love this. I can already tell his head's ready to explode. Here it goes. You ready? If you are a cisgender woman, a transgender woman, non-binary, agender, bigender, two-spirit, demigender, gender fluid, gender queer, or another form of gender minority, this program is for you. The application continues to state, if you are a cisgender man, this program is not for you. Oh, but by the way, we do encourage you to check out other spin-off programs. Isn't that nice that they have a spin-off program for cisgenders? What the fuck has happened to this country? Just for the trolls who think I'm anti-LGBTQRTYSTBRRQD+, I'm not. You can do whatever you want with your body, and you can pretend to be whatever you want, as long as it doesn't harm me or mine. But who does the Air Force think they are? Not only encouraging this behavior, but blatantly discriminating against, normal people. I mean cisgender people, of course. I don't want to use the wrong word. Soon the call signs of the pilots flying the pink-painted planes will be things like Sissy Boy, or maybe Pansy Fairy, or maybe, I don't know, Big Swallow. Oh boy, am I in trouble for this one. All right, before YouTube shuts me down, let's take a break here, and when we get back, we can discuss the market. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on BarnesandNoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to BarnesandNoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And would you like to be a sponsor of this show? Your name and product will be delivered to hundreds of loyal listeners and watchers of the show. I don't care if you're cisgender or any-gender or flow-gender or maxi-gender, you can advertise in this show, no matter what your gender is or was or is going to be. So please feel free to do that. All right, just reach out to me. You can send me a message in Messenger, or you can just send me an email by going to contactlarry.com, contactlarry.com. By the way, we have a Spotify channel, so if you like that last segment, that segment will be broken out today. It will be on our Spotify channel, and you can play it for all your friends, and you guys can have a big laugh at it. And don't forget that I openly admitted that I don't care what you are. I really don't. I'm not a bigot. I don't care. I just can't believe that we actually are continuing this ridiculousness anyway. All right. Look up Money Chat Now on Spotify, and you can subscribe there. So far, of course, let's take a look at the futures real quick before I even go on. Actually, I'll look at them a little bit later because we're running out of time. We talked about Biden minding his own business and Liz Truss doing her own thing because she's a lot smarter than Biden by far. We talked about Boeing Lawsuit being settled, and, of course, the Queer Force. Coming up, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Everybody hit that share button. Come on, Ken the Democrat, hit the share button and tell all your friends how I'm a bigot. Do it. Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. All right. Well, as I said, today we learned a new word, cisgender. I wonder if there's a word for the normal stock market. You know, a market whose identity isn't as fluid as the market is now. Is it a bull market identifying as a bear market, or is it a bear market who likes to pretend it's a bull market? Well, if there's some support group for this market, I'd like to join it. Actually, I think I'm going to be joining the Facebook and YouTube jail support group after this episode. Anyway, the market continues to be a disaster. I'm anxiously awaiting the earnings report on Carnival Cruise Lines. It's supposed to be coming out today, and it's been tanking the last few days, and it's been down, I don't know, a lot. And if it goes below 9, I'm going to recommend that you do buy it. I think below 9 it's a good play. But look, it is what it is. And if you're a cisgender male with the balls to play it, go for it. Hey, it'll bounce back and eventually it'll identify as a profitable company. Remember that the dead zone is now over. That should bring stocks back to normal in the next 3 to 6 weeks. Pick your stock carefully and go for it. And if you're scared, look for the high dividend paying stocks that and if you're really scared, go to the sidelines of bonds. All right, let's take a look at the futures. Let's see if we can make any heads or tails of what's going on. The Dow is still down 350. The S&P is still down almost 50, and the Nasdaq is down 154. Ugh, terrible. All right, on the crypto scene, Bitcoin is about 19,000 and Ethereum is about 1,300. So, you know, once again, these guys are just doing their thing. It is what it is. Going to move on. All right. I'm just looking at real quick at some of the cool comments up there. All right, so on the crypto scene, as we said that, we got gold and silver also trying to tick up, but they're stalled. Gold is about 1660 and silver is about 19. If gold goes below 1600, I think it's time to switch to gold buying instead of silver for a while. I'm going to actually recommend below 1600, buy gold. Don't buy silver anymore because gold will be cheap enough to start to buy it. The Treasury bond right now is about 3.75%, and we'll see. I'm probably going to see that rise again today. But I'm going to tell you right now, 4 is going to be the next benchmark. When it hits 4, the market's going to tank, but it's going to be temporary. And that'll be probably the new number that we'd be looking for. Is every time it goes, a little bit over 4, that's going to be a problem. Oil dropped yesterday, and it's now under $82 a barrel, and the average gas price is $3.68. Let's go, Brandon. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are live every morning at 7:30 on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Spotify and Rumble. By the way, I will be on the air tomorrow on WPHT at 10 a.m. So if you want to tune into the show, you can tune in there, and you can also watch it online. All right, I'm also going to be away next week, so there'll be some really good, we have some really good interviews next week for you and some really good best of. All right, have a great weekend and make it a profitable day.